Praised be Jesus and Mary. Today in the Franciscan calendar we celebrate Blessed Giles of Assisi. Two companions from Assisi had already joined St. Francis when Giles, a wealthy young man, heard about it, and he went to the poor hermitage where they were staying. On his knees, he begged St. Francis to accept him into their company. So St. Francis presented him to the other two, saying, "Here is a good brother whom Almighty God has sent to us." And on that same day, they went to Assisi, where Giles begged in God's name for some cloth to make a habit. He divided his entire fortune among the poor. He was a very plain and simple man, but also full of zeal and energy, when it came to accomplishing anything good. And recognizing humility as the necessary foundation for perfection, Brother Giles sought humiliation and contempt, and he fled from honors. How many of us seek out humiliation and being humiliated? That's Father Hard reminds us that's the only way you're going to get the virtue of humility, is by being humiliated. It's one thing to accept humiliation when it comes, but to seek it out is something else, and to flee from honors. But he also utilized every opportunity to encourage penance and a love of God, even at his work. Thoughts of the last judgment, of eternity, and the glory of heaven, constantly occupied his mind. Once when two distinguished gentlemen asked him to pray for them, he said, "Oh, you don't need my prayers." And when they asked, "Why not?" Brother Giles answered, You live in among all the comforts of the world and still believe that you will get to heaven. But I, poor human being, spend my days in labor and penance, and yet I fear I will be damned. Pope Gregory IX had heard of the gift of contemplation that Brother Giles had, and being in the neighborhood of Perugia, he sent for Brother Giles. And when the Pope began to speak to Brother Giles about divine and heavenly matters, he at once fell into ecstasy. And when he came to again, he humbly begged the Holy Father's forgiveness. It was a weakness of his, he said. He was immediately beside himself, and the Pope required that he give some good advice for the administration of his burdensome duties. And quite confounded, Brother Giles excused himself, saying that he could not advise the head of the church. But when the Pope commanded in obedience, Brother Giles said, "Well, Holy Father, you must have two eyes in your soul. The right eye must be kept on heavenly things, and the left one on the things of this earth, which you must regulate." Another great story about Brother Giles was when a religious of great learning was troubled with doubts concerning the virginity of Mary, he came to Brother Giles for advice. And the Holy Brother cried out as he struck the ground with a stick, "Yes, she was a virgin before the birth of Jesus." And immediately a beautiful lily sprouted forth. And Brother Giles struck the ground again and said, "She was a virgin during the birth." And another lily sprouted forth. Then he beat a third time upon the ground, saying the words, "She was a virgin after the birth of Jesus." And a third lily sprouted forth. Brother Giles died on the 53rd anniversary of his entrance into the order, April 22nd, 1262. And his grave in the Franciscan church at Perugia is highly venerated. And what Brother Giles said to Pope Gregory IX must be observed by us as well. We must have the right eye of our soul directed to the things of heaven, while the left eye tends to the responsibilities that we're obliged to fulfill in our state of life.